Welcome back to Comic-Con. This is day 3 from the NSIC in New Delhi. Yes, we are super busy and we've been seeing everyone from Just Dance to retro to futures and comics and best of selections. Well, what we have for you is a big sneak peek into the future. Well, welcome to the show. Tell us who you are.
I'm Dinesh Shamdasani. I'm the CEO and Chief Creative Officer of Valiant Comics. This is what we do. We publish comic books in all over the world, but we're based in New York City.
Well, and guys, if you've not seen what they are, these are the guys who I have been following for a very long time. They have 2 series, and I'm just going to pipe it down to the business end of it. But Harbinger and Bloodshot are the 2 things that we've been watching for a very long time that they're going to be really big. You had some big news come up about saying that you're going to be making 5 movies about them, right?
Yes, we partnered with Sony Pictures. We're doing a 5-film phase 1 plan. First film is Bloodshot. That'll probably be in 2017. We've got Neil Moritz producing with us. Neil's the producer of Fast and Furious films and 21 Jump Street films. Chad and David from John Wick. If you've seen John Wick, awesome film. They're directing for us. We haven't announced an actor yet, but we'll probably go into production later next year.
Nice.
And then Harbinger will come after that. We'll do sequels to both of them, and then we'll do Harbinger Wars, which is a shared universe film where all the elements we'll see it in Bloodshot, Harbinger, or Bloodshot 2, Harbinger 2 will crash together in Harbinger Wars.
Wow.
And that's based on a book that we did in 2013, which was the best reviewed event of that year. Big book we did called Harbinger Wars.
That's actually a great segue for me to ask this question, saying, you've obviously got, when you started, Valiant was a comic publishing house.
Yes.
Then it became entertainment, and you've started now looking at TV and other
Yes.
rights. Do you have an experience to go ahead and say, what makes it to go ahead and say, hey, we'll make movies now?
We have a crack team. First, let me just mention something. So we are a comic book publisher. We will always be a comic book publisher. I think that's one of the things that's helped us is we don't have illusions to be a movie studio or video game company. We're a company that builds comic books and comic book characters and great stories. And then part and parcel of that is making sure we have the right partners and we're somewhat involved so we can protect what works about the characters in other media forms. So we have a crack team. Peter Cuneo is our chairman. Peter was CEO of Marvel from their bankruptcy through their sale to Disney, including the formation of Marvel Studios. Russ Brown's our head of licensing. He built Marvel's licensing program. Most of our editors come from Marvel. All of them come from Marvel or DC. Our head of marketing from Marvel. Our publisher is Fred Pierce. He built the Wizard Empire, Wizard Convention Circuit, Wizard Magazine, Toy Fair, etc. So we've got an Eisner Award-winning retailer as our head of sales. So we have this incredible team, and we try and just bring in as many crack people as we can to be able to produce the best content we can.
Well, there you go. And you've worked at Universal before, right? You yourself?
Yes. My background is film, so I worked at Universal Studios. I worked with a number of directors and producers in that world. More the independent world, a little bit more artsy-fartsy than what we do now. But it's certainly the film world.
Well, and we were talking before this. I think what you just said was often in life it's very important to know what not to do.
Yes. So my background in film allows us, I think, to avoid some of the mistakes that people tend to fall into in the film world because it is very treacherous. And if you make a mistake, it costs you time. Costs you money, but time is really the biggest problem. Yeah. So we've tried to take things nice and slow to make sure we don't make mistakes, to make sure that we get to the screen in the best way possible. And we've got some incredible partners.
So coming back to comics, which is the core of Valiant, so you've obviously got those 2 big properties that are out there. But in terms of releases daily, monthly, which is there, and as Chief Creative Officer, what role do you play in terms of saying, hey, this works or this doesn't work?
We're very lucky. So the biggest role I play is helping our editor-in-chief, Warren Simons, who's probably the best editor in the business, casting the books. So he casts the books, I look over his shoulder a little bit, and then once we've done that, it really is, as Warren likes to say, about trusting our guys. So for instance, Eternal Warrior just launched. It's one of the best reviewed books in the industry right now. Rob Venditti's the writer, Raoul Allen's the artist. Raoul's never done an ongoing book before, so this is his first work. Credit to Warren for having the courage to do that. And Robert Venditti, when we first brought him onto X-Men Manowar, had never written an ongoing book, so we like to pride ourselves on the eye that the editors have and being able to break new talent. And so my job as Chief Creative Officer is really to know when to get out of the way. If something's great, don't let my ego get involved. Don't come in and say, hey, we're going to move the chairs on the deck of the Titanic just because I say so. I mean, there's occasions when you have to help if someone's got writer's block or the editors can't fix something. You want to come in and help and give a lot of ideas. Oftentimes all that is bringing inspiration. So it's not necessarily your ideas that get used, but you help break through that wall that's blocking it. It really is the creators and the editors that do all the amazing work that you see here.
Super talking to you. Just a last question, where are you going next year?
where we go next year in terms of the line.
Properties, Valiant, everything.
You know, we created our first new character in Divinity last year. It was a tremendous hit. It's one of the best-selling books of the year, 6 printings, which only 5 books have ever done. So we've been emboldened by that. We've got a new character called Britannia that we've got coming out. We've got some fan-favorite characters coming back, the Harbinger Kids, Archer Armstrong are launching in March. Divinity's coming back for a sequel, which is something that we planned from the beginning. So
Perfect.
We're just going to tell better stories going forward.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much, and it's been brilliant
My pleasure.
talking to you. This is super brilliant, and I look forward to reading everything about Valiant and seeing the movies.
Thank you,
Cheers.
man. Thanks for
Cheers.
the support.